You know, it's sad because for the first time in 40 something episodes, I was able to catch everybody surprise with no idea. But the legal gods have decided that I need to reboot the recording. So,
You
welcome
only
back.
played yourself.
What? We are not live?
Yeah, no, wrong joke. Wrong stream. Welcome everybody to Fate Weavers, our bi-weekly so-so TTRPG game. I don't even know what to call it anymore.
It ain't D&D for sure.
It ain't D&D.
It involves some dice and some role playing.
That's fairly accurate.
I am melting.
So,
40.
I'm so glad that you guys are in a good mood because we are about to get into a very sorrow place.
Where do we left off? Wait.
The last we left off.
Nothing happened.
Oh shit, yeah.
I remember what happened. I ain't saying
I-
shit though.
I just read the last page. Oops.
Last we left off. As the Wanderers had arrived to the city, to Elamia. No, you were not in Elamia. You were in Kurth, the city of the district of grain and food, Lorelei. One of the most agricultural places serving food to most of the empire. This was one of the last stops of the royal parade. Amidst the preparations for the festivities and the celebrations, our resident kitty cat boy found a missing companion, and the objective for the last 10 or so games, our own Berry Gabatutalu, whom seemed to want to avoid being met by the rest of the group. After a chase scene, an eye appeared on Gabatutalu's chest, sucking her into some sort of liquid and teleporting her to some place different. The group, separated from all of the NPCs at this point in time, had decided to stay and watch the festivities, the parade of the royal family and the show of all of these divine powers that they've been told by so many people. Half of it because they were interested, half of it because they feared that the appearance of Gatutalu could have something to do with the parade. And indeed it did. As in the middle of the king's speech, a shot was fired, followed by multiple suicide explosions with a purplish liquid in a vial that the group had encountered prior. Dozens, if not hundreds, of commoners had been killed, disintegrated, and destroyed in the crossfire. The group divided themselves, some trying to catch Gabatutalu, some trying to stop the mass hysteria and the explosions, and some others trying to save the king himself, who was encased in a wall of fire. As Quotl approached the king, Eric went jumping towards Gava, Bishar and Kaolike trying to stop the crowd, and Shoralf nowhere to be seen. Quotl, we left with you.
Yep.
As after you thought you had saved the king, teleporting him away to a corner away from the view of any possible shooter. Out of nowhere, as you were sharing words with this person that you had met in your past, his chest was pierced by some sort of dark blade that came out of nowhere, and his face was blown out as if an explosion really close to his head happened. And that's where we finished last game. We are going to continue exactly at that moment.
Okay.
As Quattro, I leave the scene to you.
Cool. Is there still a head left?
There is no head. It's almost as if a shotgun was pointed right up to the face and then fired.
Is it completely gone? Like neck off stump? Like this? Like
There's a
dismembered?
hole. There's a hole here, and there's a hole here.
Okay. I think I can work with that.
A shotgun does not work like that.
It's not a shotgun.
It's a good through and through. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
When someone blasts, it leaves a bigger hole. I don't.
Yeah.
It depends on the bullet. If you are using hollow point, the entrance wound is going to be way smaller than the outside wound.
Okay. Cool.
I live on the other side of the world.
Cool. So I've been thinking about how I'm going to do this for about 2 weeks now. So, action number 1.
Now, we are not going to worry too much about actions and stuff. We are going to enter into a sort of phase system where there are 3 groups at this moment. Your group, the opposition, and the crowd slash guard slash attendees to the now deceased king.
And I remember I had this shape right next to me.
B shape is
Yeah.
right next to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, action number 1. Spending 4 sorcery points for gentle repose on the king's corpse.
Okay.
That means 2
Now-
D100 dice rolls.
Yes. Now, keep in mind, as this just happened, there's hysteria going on. All of the crowd that was here is running away, hitting against each other. You see people being trampled, lights coming from the flying vessel up in the sky start covering everything. You see the court mages start casting barrier and the illusion spells to avoid people from moving. You see some of the guards are running towards you. Everything at this moment is kind of in slow camera. You see dozens of people with firefly wings coming from the ship. Some of them seem to be headed towards you, Quattro. So the way we are going to do this, it's going to be face by face. Each one of you tell me what you are doing, and then we will resolve from there. So don't worry too much about actions.
Okay.
So you are casting gentle repose on the corpse of the king.
Yep.
And anything else?
For people who are non-sorcerers, what does that mean?
Basically, it extends the time for being able to raise them from death.
Right, okay.
It also avoids. It's a cantrip. It also avoids the corpse to decay and start turning into skeleton. It avoids necromantic spells to interfere and stuff like that.
Okay, so I rolled a what was it again? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Proceeds to look for the most inconvenient one.
92. The caster's fingers become frostbitten, or the caster gains 8 temporary hit points.
Oh yeah.
Temporary hit points.
Quick addition to the
Yeah.
recap. In the middle of the speech, Quotal was visited by a vision of some sort of ethereal figure with an eye mask in their forehead and long ivory flowing hair that seemed to do something to Quattle's past visions and alter some sort of how his wild magic sources appear, giving David the ability to, whenever he has to roll for wild magic, roll twice and choose the one that he wants.
Okay. And after I immediately do that, I'm going to, for the effect, quicken invisibility at third level on me, Vishape.
Okay.
And we gone.
And tell Vishape to pick up the king, because objects also turn invisible that you are holding.
By the way, Jason is playing V-Shape for now.
Yeah. And Halle is playing Ephraim.
What?
Yeah.
Good to know.
I just play the party at every turn.
I just got his character. Yep, this is me now.
So what is everybody else doing? So if I remember the map correctly, Kauliki and Eri, Kauliki is in the middle of the crowd with Ephraim, about 100 feet I think it was from Quattle. Eric.
Yeah, I am going towards Eric.
Eric is on the other side of the courtyard of the cathedral, as he is on his giant form climbing the roof where he saw Gaba. Gaba is no longer there.
Yep.
Most of the cultists had been ensnared and trapped by the druids and the guards. Charles is nowhere to be seen.
Consistently unhelpful. Right. Let's see. Okay, hang on. Just logging on to Roll20 really quickly.
What I gotta say is I am nothing but consistent.
Yeah, you are. Right. Eric.
Oh wow.
Eric is going to have a look at his character sheet because he can't remember what he's fucking used up for today. Because I'm pretty sure I've spent a lot of my abilities today.
Yeah.
Because it was only fucking this is still the same day, right? Since we
Yep.
Because you and Vishal died, remember? Or were knocked out.
Yeah,
Is it-
we went down. Okay.
I don't forget how bloody this thing was. This was terribly bad.
Yes, all kinds of bad.
This is what, our 30th something episode already? You should
43rd.
You should have known by now. Days in this world are fucking long.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna. Eric, being a bit frustrated, will. Because the last thing he saw was Gabba drop off the roof in between the alleyway.
Yeah.
Looking around, I'm assuming probably Dragonfly, flying royal people are coming down to me.
A lot, really close to you. They will
Yeah.
get there any second now. And one correction though.
Yes.
Gaba didn't drop from the roof, yeah? If I remember correctly, she was teleported away.
No, she was dropped
stepped-
and
She
I
just
swear-
stepped off, like,
Yeah, she stepped.
Oh, she
like just
flew.
face
No,
planted.
and-
Yeah.
Leap of faith into Smush.
Yeah, pretty much.
No one saw the smush.
Yeah. So it's me. I think it's just being by myself at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like halfway there to you.
You see
That's fine.
a big cat with wings flying towards you.
Yeah. I'm gonna just move up where Gabba had dropped. Really annoyed I don't have my spiritual sense right now.
Yes, waste those resources.
Eric has no clue, so he is going to just perception check to see if he can see any sign or hear any sign of Gabba close by,
Sure, go for it.
which would be a 18.
You look at first glance, Gabby is not there. You go running towards she dropped. You look down, she's not there. There are a couple of shadows of objects and boxes, but you use your very acute senses, your ears. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything. If you are sure, you know that she dropped this way. You know that she used magic today, which 4 days ago she didn't have. She looked older. You get the feeling that either she got out of here by magic and the flopping was a diversion, maybe she's invisible. You don't really know anything. With your high perception though, you can see some of the last cultists are very swiftly being dispatched of. You see Kauliki's closing really soon. You guys reconvene at this point. You get an overview of everything, and you don't see Gaba, not even the figure that you saw the back of earlier this morning.
Did you all see Gabba, by the way?
I think
I don't think Quattle did.
No,
also didn't.
I won't post what she looks like
I
until the
have
quote sees it.
I have a
Ephraim did.
feeling- yeah.
Eric did.
Bishar
Bishar, I
did.
think Bishar did manage to see her back.
Yeah.
Kauliki, I don't think she did.
No.
Did you not see her when she was on the rooftop?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Okay,
yeah.
from far away.
Yeah,
I'm
far
gonna
away,
pop.
not close up.
It
I
was
won't
like
post it then. I'll wait until you see it.
200 feet, something like that.
Eric is gonna, like, in anger, just like hunt off the roof, probably break it a bit, sheath his glaive, and
What rooftop are you on, sorry?
it would have been the one that Gabba was sort of camping on. So she would have been camping on that, and the last thing I remember was Eric got up onto the roof and was trying to leg it towards you.
At this point,
Oh,
Kauliki arrives, so you guys are together. The guards
Yeah.
will arrive any moment soon.
Eric will probably say to Kaliki, we'll have to deal with it. We'll have to deal with everything. Where is the king?
Did I see what happened to the king?
No, maybe you didn't see him going invisible. Last thing you saw is probably Quattle with taking him away.
I think that the Quattle teleported them somewhere. I don't know, but I don't think we should be seen. And I cast I know. Yes, I can. I cast invisibility on us both using my last 2 sorcery points.
Eric, one thing.
Yes.
With your perception, you do find a piece of paper being held underneath a tile of a rooftop. Very,
Is it like next to me?
yeah, but like right next to where Gaba drop off. Very hard to spot.
I would have grabbed if I.
We are both invisible. We are both invisible now.
Yeah, you do see a bunch of guards flying towards you.
I look at Kaliki like.
Scatter.
Drop Giant's Might. Well, I can't drop Giant's Might, but we'll assume I can. If this lets me.
Yeah,
I want to be
Power Ranger.
unbig. Please let me. I want to through doors.
it's not concentration.
Yeah, it's not.
Doesn't matter though, because you're invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also very big.
Invisible
Well, just-
doesn't mean that you don't leave tracks, and a track this big versus a track this big makes a difference.
Stand really still for an hour and just hope for the best.
Eric, you do see amidst the guards that are descending, you see many of them wearing staves and staffs.
Shit. Yeah. I am going to.
Superhero landed?
Can't really, can I? Fuck it. I'm just gonna, unbegin and move. Like, just get out, stealth away if I can.
Okay, so
Bonk, 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 bonk.
in that case, I'm going to need a stealth check with advantage from all of you because all of you have some sort of invisibility or other thing. To try to get away from this place, you see immediately mages descending. They are casting. They start casting detect magic. Quattle knows magic. Why don't you roll me an Arcana as you are running away?
Stealth 19.
Okay.
Arcana is a 23 total.
You are certain the incantations. Some of the mages start casting detect magic. The guards immediately encircle the group, everybody. I will continue after I hear the stealth from everybody else.
24. I am flying. I am basically a fly. No.
You waiting for me?
Bishar as an 8.
Oh yeah.
Would Bishar know? Would Vishape know where to go?
Well, he knows where Kaine's place is because we were heading there.
None of you actually know where Kaine's place is.
We never went.
That's where they said where they would go. Oh god.
We never went.
So
I think
we will see
Vishape-
where everybody goes after this.
Yeah, I think Vishape knowing
I would tell Vishape where to go
which is
randomly.
So Quattle and Vishape will get separated. Definitely.
No, I'll go with Vishape. He'll carry me because he's strength like 23. He can carry the king and me at the same time or something.
wait. Is he giant 8 or just 8?
Yeah, he's giant
He's
8.
a giant
Oh
ape.
shit! Yeah, he is. Yeah, he can carry both of us.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll just tell him where to go
Okay.
in my mind with message so we don't sneak.
You have the body of the king with you.
Yeah.
Well, stealth check was a 21 for Vishape.
Okay. What about Eric?
Eric got a 16. Uncharacteristically, he did good.
What?
I don't think Ephraim's trying to hide. He hasn't been involved really.
Everyone's just like standing in the field, just like, God, this is just a load of shit,
Ephraim
really.
has a 19. I rolled a 19, but I don't know what his stuff is.
Go off the last stat block, whatever he's got, isn't it? At this point.
Is he dexterous?
Has he
think
got
he is.
proficiency in it?
No, I don't. If I remember correctly, I don't think he does.
So
What
19
about-
plus 2.
What about
Proficiency
Shoral?
is one.
Charles got a 25.
Okay. So
Motherfucker.
He wasn't even there to begin with. What does it matter?
So, all of you managed to avoid the first encirclement. As you see the guards descending, the populace as they are running, they start locking them in, dragging everybody back into the courtyard of the cathedral. You see how all of the mages start going one by one, casting. The one that you managed to see is Dispel Magic, but you get out of there before you see anything else. But you do see how they are going to every single person in that crowd, casting some sort of magic. You see area spells start appearing. You see everybody descending. All of you scatter away. The cultists, all of them seem to be subdued at the moment. So at this point, we are going to have to go one by one because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, 5 Ephraim is actually right now in the middle of that crowd. Ephraim
We'll come back for him. He'll be fine.
didn't.
He doesn't
turn
know anything.
invisible, Didn't turn
He
invisible.
didn't do nothing.
He was just there.
Yeah, he's like part of the crowd now.
You see, immediately groups of knights start flying all over the city. You see how the vessel, the flying vessel, goes higher into the sky. You start seeing more and more knights. It's like how many people are inside of this ship, which is maybe like twice or 3 times as big as the Nayarmas. You see they are coming out. They seem to be heading to the exits of the city, blocking everything. It seems like a full lockdown is in place. So let's actually start with the highest initiative, highest stealth. Kauliki, the fly.
Jorov was one better.
Oh, Shoroth.
I'm mysterious, so no one knows where I am. So do they need to know?
So
Does our
let's
lovely
start
Helen
with
need
me.
to know?
No. Actually, I'm going for the first time to expose one of Shoral's secrets, but only to the audience. I'm going to need the players to remove your headphones.
You know too much. Do I need to know? Can I take mine off?
Dude, you are Shoral. So, Shoral,
Yes.
you tell me how many of the secrets you want to spoil for the audience at this point.
Well, I'm gonna say that after the king's head exploded through some mysterious means that wonder who did that. That I've become much younger than I was. I can see it in my hands. I've suddenly got where we first met me and I first described myself skinny with scars and stuff. I have now got ripped abs. My hair is starting to get a bit of darkness into it, and I've started to look younger. You can even see a bit of black hair come back in, and I will say after the king's head exploded, I am going to just reach out to my mind and go, "About a new proud lord."
Well, it was one step to take the powers of the usurper. It is time now to make those powers come true.
Very well. And you hear the gruffness of his voice come back as he talks to his lords. But I think for now, we'll treat him maybe towards the end of something else that I do. But I am going to, knowing the party and knowing what they're like, I'm going to head back to, oh my god, what's her name? Angry Dwarf.
Kaine?
Kinda. I'll run. I knowing roughly where like the layout of where she said it is. I'm gonna try and go to that hut and make my way there.
Okay, so in that case, you can give me a survival check to find your way there.
15 plus 16.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. You are going to avoid some of the encirclement, some of the guards, but the way that you are right now, it's not a hurdle. It's just a mildly inconvenience of some time. You find your way, you talk to some people, and in about 2 hours or so, you arrive to the outside of a very big house on the outskirts of the city, closer to where the mills are, and it's a very square, very robust house, definitely constructed to have function over shape. And It seems to be inspiring very dwarvish, a lot of wood bolted together with thick iron, and you're fairly confident based on the voices that you hear of hey dude, no, pass me the salt over there. Yeah, let's make some margaritas. That this is probably where most of the NPCs are.
So I'm gonna quickly knock on the door and just shout, Kaina, are you there?
We'll come back to you. Let's go back to Kauliki.
I would think that would be my first instinct as well, because there is Thuras and maybe a sticker painting boy as well. So I would.
He also plays the guitar. Respect.
Yeah, but right now I am more interested in the stickers.
Yeah.
So I would try to fly towards Kaina's house, which she definitely described to me if I would be lost.
Yeah, over the last couple of days between the conversations, so as she was making the tour and walking around, she probably described how the shitty small home of her parents was like out in the middle of nowhere, so far away from the markets and the iron. They are living from the land. What kind of dwarves are they? They need treasure and stuff like that. She was complaining about that a lot. So why don't you give me a survival check to see if you can find your way there and how long it will take you.
21.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So with the 21, it's going to take you actually like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. As you are flying, you make your way very quickly out of all of the encirclement. You avoid most of the guards with a mixture of your flight plus your invisibility. By the moment your wings start to get tired and you descend on the ground, you have a fairly good eagle eye of the city, and you know that you just need to make your way towards the luminescent gardens, this kind of attraction that is near the walls, heading to what once would have been the south of the city. It's just like a big park filled with vibrant flowers that even in the middle of the afternoon you can see them glow. There's plants that have constantly surrounded houses, so every house near the luminescent gardens you see as it is covered in this sort of glowing vines that seems to take the house and the wood as if it was its own, kind of forming this symbiotic relationship. Everything radiates very soft but very glowy enchant, so you can definitely find your place here. And it takes you about 40 minutes, so you arrive, and as you arrive, you see...
Still invisible.
Still invisible. You hear how Marlish is talking to... Oh, yeah, no, sorry, Mrs. Look, I just said that we could eat a cat if it's dead, or we could turn it back alive. There's no need to fret. And we'll get back to you in a minute, Kauliki.
I am like, Marlish! Kaina! Just like knocking on the door and yeah.
We'll get back to you in a minute. Keep in mind, it took you 45 minutes. Shoral, keep in mind, 2 hours. Following the stealth, I think it was B-Shape and Quattle.
So Quattle doesn't know where Kaini is.
You have no
Or
idea.
Fisher probably doesn't.
Now, I'm going to request, let's say, an insight or a perception or whatever you would like to roll to see if you were paying attention to Kaine during the past 3 days as you were making your way through all of this district and she was serving as kind of a tour guide.
Yeah, that's a no.
Vishal would, but no, wait, actually, Vishal probably in character wouldn't care. Technically, I think he technically wouldn't care about what Kanye was talking about in terms of describing her places. So the shape ain't got no help here except being muscle.
So, in that case, I'm going to need both of you to give me a survival check with disadvantage. As
I
you
have
don't
a
even know where
destination in mind, though.
you're going. Where?
The mill where the grain incident happened.
Okay. If you want to go there, it's no problem. It's just going to take you many hours. If you want to make your way to where Kaine is, I'm going to need that survival check with disadvantage.
Yeah, he'll stick with what he knows. He's trying to think through this logically. And he will recast invisibility as many times as necessary.
I'm just thinking here because I mean polymorph only lasts an hour. Let me just see what his current. Ooh, he could go giant eagle after
Invisible
the hour.
giant eagle?
You could.
Or would that be too?
Giant eagle can carry 2 people as...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean we could do that.
Invisibility would drop though.
No,
Well,
because Quattle is the one concentrating on it. But he's going to cast an ability, so yeah, it will drop.
So what would happen is probably after the first hour, once polymorph drops,
Eagle, invisibility.
yeah, Vishar will obviously discuss with Quartal and say, well, all right, you think that's the best course of option?
Well, we have no idea where Kaine is, so the best bet is a place we know.
I think Vishar would still want to try and remember if he can.
Okay.
I think Vishal would be very logical, slightly, and maybe think rather than travel the furthest distance, travel the shortest distance possible.
Okay.
Bear in mind, we're the hottest target with the king's body.
We fucking are.
Yes.
We really are. Okay, do you know what? Let me. Okay, let me roll. Odds. We get out of the city. Evens. We try and find Kaine's place.
Don't bring a dead king to a civilian.
It was evens.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Vish. Well, would try and remember if he can try and remember where
Okay.
Kaine's place is.
Sure. In that case, since you said that Bishar probably doesn't care, give me an insight with disadvantage.
Yeah. Fair, very fair. So he has a set. Rolled a 7 there, but he's got big insight.
That's it.
Yeah, he's got a +9.
Oh right, it's nature where he's dumb.
Yeah. 16.
Bishar probably didn't pay much attention to Kain as she started ranting and going over, but something that probably caught his attention was the luminescent gardens, which she mentioned a couple of times.
Well, we could go to the luminescent gardens and try and, if you can, maybe. You are casting invisibility, so it would break any moment you attempt to message, which would mean a flying portal. Do we think we fly? I turn into a giant eagle and we just fly around till we spot one of our compatriots.
Oh god.
A shorter distance means we are less likely to be spotted, but the city looks in chaos, and looks like there's a lot of things going on. I'm not very familiar with what would happen if we try and exit the city.
Is the house in the city or on the outskirts of the city?
At this point, since you guys said that an hour passed, you do
Yeah.
see from the walls that surround Kert some sort of translucent, glimmering, shiny veil seems to be encircling in a sort of dome with the
That's not
with the
good.
flying vessel at the center.
Oh, piss.
That doesn't look good, Quartal.
No, it doesn't. Arcana check to see what it may do.
Yeah, sure.
Vishal cannot assist because he has no proficiency in Arcana.
That's a natural 20 for a 25.
Fuck yeah. Kotel. You
Yeah.
seen this in the capital Longstad. You know that something that the main cities have is a barrier that protects against the wind in this high altitude, right? The barrier in Longstad is constantly active because most of the mages are there and they can do the arcane scripture and the calculations to keep it active at all times. So living in the capital is actually very damn comfortable with climate control and everything. You know, some of the flying vessels have the ability to produce this veil. Most cities, most big cities, have some sort of protective barrier that they use in some specific moments. Mostly when the archipelago is going through a tornado or a storm or some sort of climate anomaly. It seems as if they have merged the barrier of Kurth with the barrier generated by the flying vessel. And even though you don't know its exact function, it seems to be thicker than the one you are used to see, so it probably has some sort of additional functions.
I can't wait to be under the dome.
Your assumption would be that it not only blocks wind and debris from the outside, it also blocks stuff from inside going out.
There it is.
There it is.
But
Whoa.
that is just an assumption.
And how complete is that barrier?
After the hour mark, it seems to encompass the whole city, all of the barriers, generating a full dome all the way to all the way to the flying vessel.
Well, I wanted
So I see, Quartal.
a pain in the ass.
Well, looks like we'll need to go to try and find the others then.
Try and find the others it is, I guess. It may take
Like
longer.
Eagle.
Eagle time.
So, what's the plan?
Invisible eagle try to find Kaine house.
Claw onto the king's body and go, caw. Well, not quite caw, but you know. Definitely not screeching, because this is now wild shape. This is him being actually smart.
So, give me a survival check with the knowledge that you have about the gardens.
Sure.
I'm gonna use a sorcery point to re-roll that result. Yep.
Do you need both our results?
I need to know if any of you got over a 15.
I
Yep.
got a 15 with my reroll.
Bishop Eagle got an 18.
Yeah, both of you place your eyes just after a few minutes on this garden. It's the only big park that is glowing in the middle of the day. So around the hour and a half mark, you make your way there, thanks to your flying.
So I need 2 lots of invisibility.
So we are going to cut back to the 45-minute mark. Kauliki, as you knock on the door,
Still invisible. Completely forgetting.
the door, not even a voice, it just opens side to side, wide open. You see this old dwarvish, long beard, but turning white. And this woman, as she opens the door with one foot, and on her hand has some sort of baking tray, and she's like, "Yes, oh, there's
Good morning, afternoon. Yes, good morning, good afternoon,
what
good
the fuck?
evening.
What's that?
I am Kaina's friend. Hi, my name is Kaulike.
Hi, boys in the air."
I will touch your shoulder now, and I touch her shoulder.
What? Why are? Ah! There's
So
a
you
little-
know where I am.
Honey.
So you know who I am. I have to
Husband.
keep this up. I have to
Husband.
keep this up for my friend to still be invisible because we are quite in a rush. Could you please call Kaina here? Or may I come in?
Husband, there's a voice that's invisible and it's touching me. He's touching? What's touching you? It's just a voice in the air. He's asking for our
Well,
daughter.
Okay, and I will reach for her hand and I will like guide her hand onto my arm and like maybe she told you about me. My name is Kaulike. I am a good friend. She nursed me back to life and explained the world to me here. And
Husband, our granddaughter has arrived and she's a disembodied voice.
Sure. Can I come in? I have 15 more minutes, more or less, 15 more minutes of being invisible.
Well, fuck me, old bunnies. You're just a disembodied invisible voice in the sky. I'm no one to say no, so...
Oh, I'm here on the ground. And I tap my feet on the ground, which are
Husband,
very silent because I am a cat.
husband, open another bottle of whiskey.
That is a very great idea. Can I come in?
Oh, I thought you were already in. I was about to shut the door on your face.
No, I am scooching in. Thank you very much. You may close the door right now. There may be coming more people here.
More, we already are full packed.
I think we are missing, I don't know how many arrived here already, but we are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more?
Husband,
Maybe 6,
husband,
possibly 7.
husband, we may need to borrow some ovens from the neighbors. Yeah, of course, disembodied voice.
My name is Kaulike.
Oh, sure, I'm your grandmother, I guess.
Great.
Nice to meet you. Come.
May I hug you? I never had a grandmother, I don't think.
Sure, of course, yeah.
I hug her.
Oh, you are soft. Okay, this feels nice. Now,
Yes.
honey, come on, go drink your whiskey before you get a tear from this old hag.
Pardon?
What? I don't want to cry. Move ahead.
Oh, I am moving. Do I see anyone of our party, or just my grandparents?
There's Turas. She seems to be laying flat on a table. There's Marlish, who has like some sort of wooden board and is blowing air into Thuras, who seems to be passed out. You see, you see Rolling Stone, but you don't see Rolling Stone. You see like her cloak here, and you see Kaine, who has a keg of beer on one of her hands, and she has a hand, no mittens, no nothing, put into an oven, and seems to be moving some stuff around. And you see an older dwarf man, very long beard, almost touching the floor, has like multiple rings, kind of making braids in the middle of the beard, and he has like 2 bottles of whiskey standing on top of Thuras, trying to jump on the table and start pouring more of the bottle as he drinks another, and Marlish kind of trying to stop him.
Hi, I'm at the door, and please do not attack me.
Holy fuck, who's that? Marlish says.
Marlish, you know that my voice.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Of course. Is she passed out? Is she passed out, or is she dead?
Oh, the dragon lady here? Oh, she's just okay. She just drank like 4 gallons of whiskey.
Wonderful.
What? Yeah. Is everything okay, dude?
May I make a insight check on Marlish?
Sure, go for it.
Is he just dumb, or is he not Marlish? That would be enough. That's a 19 on a dice, and I have +7, so 26.
This guy probably thinks you are
maybe
Ephraim or Vishar.
Great.
You see,
I will purr.
he's kind of looking to where Ephraim's eyes may be. And
I will step right next to him, and I will purr in his ear.
Holy fuck, Eric, why are you here?
My voice isn't that low.
Oh, ooh, sorry, idiot. Of course, I knew it was you, my dear love, honey.
Of course.
Do you want some whiskey?
No, I want her to be alive.
Oh, sure. Miss Kaine, some help over here. And you see Kaine goes, she's passed out again. This fucking lightweight. And you see Kaine
Where
goes,
is Stone?
what the fuck?
Hi, Kaine.
Hi dear, how are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Where is Rolina Stone?
She went
I
out to go
No!
talk to some high shot assholes. Why are you not here? Are you in my head?
No, I'm here. I will touch her arm. I'm here.
Ooh, that's freaky.
I know. Just 10 more minutes of this. I need everyone here, and I cannot go out.
Well, the Rolling Brolly will be back in about 2 hours or so. She said she was just going to talk to some of the old flappy dogs with the nobles and stuff.
Oh shit.
Now, give me a moment, and you see that she raises her hand. The hand starts glowing in some sort of glow that is turning reddish, and out of nowhere you see the hand kind of is surrounded by some sort of red liquid, and an asparagus come out of her hand, and she starts slapping Thuras and going, "Drink your bloody Mary," as she's casting Lesser Restoration on Thuras, and Thuras goes, "Oh, I thought I was a goner."
You are. Hi, Thuras, do not attack me. I am way on the other side of the room. Do not attack me. I'm here. Everything went to shit.
Oh, one of the idiots is here. Fantastic. Wait, to shit. Give me a second. More important business. How would you like to enter some sort of contract where you just follow me around and slap me a couple of times? Not having the hangover is pretty amazing. And
It
kind of was
wasn't
like, kind of was like, how much gold are we talking about? A lot. I'll think about it. Now, to you, idiot kitty lady, I presume. What do you mean
And
by?
I was like, see, towards towards Malish.
What do you mean by everything went to shit? At this moment, your invisibility runs out, and it is around the same time where B-Shape. No, who
No,
was next?
Shape was next, yes,
But they were on the hour and a half.
It was me. I was 45. I was.
You were 2
I
hours.
was 2 hours. Yeah.
And what about Eric?
We haven't done Eric yet.
Oh, Eric. Before we continue after the hour.
Smash cut back to him, liking it.
Eric,
Okay.
even though the invisibility is helping you a lot, and you are leaping between rooftop to rooftop with your massive strength, you can see and you are aware that you are leaving tracks due to your weight. Some tiles being broken, bigger footprints than what would be normal, but the streets are too crowded to descend.
Cool. So good thing is giants might only last me a minute, so that's good. So Eric will remember Kaine telling us about her place, because Eric is a stickler for details.
Cut to the memory of Kaine trying to ride atop Eric, trying to get as much as she can in contact with his fur.
Yeah, unfortunately that happened. And we'll remember her describing where her folks' place was, what district it was in, and at some point, probably as the minute goes past and I sort of unbegin,
Shrink.
shrink down. If I can,
Mm-hmm.
could I have gotten a traveler's cloak and some sort of secondary cloak? So the secondary cloak to basically wrap my glaive up in, so like roll it up so that it's not fucking visible. I have a weapon, and this was definitely used in fights just 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, definitely.
And the traveler's cloak to basically whip around myself and hood up in case the invisibility goes, because he has no clue what's gonna happen.
It takes you about 10 minutes to find that. As you get away from the plaza, and you start going through more houses, using your invisible self, it's not hard to get into some of the clothes that they are drying in the sun. Probably cloaks that are normally used by people that go far away from the walls into the farms. It's not hard to find them.
Cool. So that now that I know I'm suitably not easily marked, I'm going to begin tracking my way towards Kaine's place.
Give me a survival check. You have already used about 15 minutes of your first hour.
Okay. Now remind me.
Mm-hmm.
invisibility spellcaster.
1 hour.
1 hour.
And
Advantage
Every
on
attack.
stealth, and any spell or offensive action gets you out of invisibility.
so here's a good question. Because I have the storm rune, which is it is a bonus action. I don't know how does that interact with.
Remind me what does Storm Ruin does?
So, I can invoke the rune as a bonus action to enter a prophetic state for 1 minute or until I'm incapacitated. Whenever me or another creature I can see within 60 feet of me makes an attack roll, saving throw, or an ability check, I can use my reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage. What I essentially want to do is use the Storm Rune to essentially for advantage on survival check.
I would say
But-
it's okay. I consider it in this case something similar to using Mage Hand while invisible, so I would say it's fine.
Okay, then Eric will very quietly, probably in one of the alleyways, sort of drag the claw very quietly as he can across the the thunderbolt rune, and enter the prophetic state. This time his eyes go more thundercloud, and will attempt to survival check his way to the place with advantage, which is a 18.
18. So it's going to take you about an hour and 10 minutes from here. So you will be the next one to arrive, but
Yep.
it will be after your invisibility runs out. So I'm going to need you to make me another stealth check to see if you can avoid guards interrogating you or dragging you anywhere.
With or without the invisibility?
This would be the last couple of minutes after your invisibility runs out, so straight roll.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that's a natural one.
Natural 20.
Yeah. So you do find your way to Kindness. In the middle of the road, as you are not invisible, you see how guards start routing the people, going inside of homes, kicking down doors. You see how it seems that they are conducting a full citywide raid, and you get the feeling, based on your knowledge of military tactics and knowledge of government in general, they are probably doing this on starting from the outer edges of the barrier, which at this moment you see it is starting to be raised. You see this crescent veil forming, and you get the feeling that the guards are going from outside the circle all the way to the inside. We cut back to Kindness House as Kauliki, at the point of 1 hour, your invisibility spell drops, and it is around the same moment where you don't even hear a knock. You just the door is slapped open. You see 2 guards coming in and go, "Everybody, stop what you're doing. We need to."
My invisibility dropped
Yes,
before that.
yes.
As soon as the door is open, alter self.
Okay. You see how the door is knocked. Everybody, hands up. This is just an inspection. A fugitive has escaped and we are searching for them. You see 2 guards. They are using not the Firefly armor. They seem to be just wearing the regular City Watch armor. And you see how everybody just goes hands up, and Thures goes, "What the freaking shithole you're doing?" as she just goes and starts, you know who you're fucking talking to here? And she's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't care who you are, hands up. And Thuras is like, make me. The guard rolls a natural one, tries to hit Thuras with the blunt side of a spear, and Thuras just grabs the spear with her hand and goes like, now, shall we be civil or not? And she turns around to look at Kain and goes like, this my parents' home. And the older dwarf woman goes like, let the boy speak. As the guards just go, everybody, hands up, and trying to pull out the spear from Tura's hand, and do not. You see that he raises a feet and kind of pushes it against her abdomen and starts
Do not resist.
pressure. Do not resist. As Turas just lets go of the spear and this guard just falls on his back. The other guard is kind of like, as my new hire for the shop, who has been here for just a week, was saying, please, hands up against the wall. We are going to conduct an investigation. An event has happened, and we need to gather some information. At this point, you see how a cloaked figure wearing purple and gold colors comes in. You, Kauliki, why don't you make me a history check?
Oh, Major Clock.
Me? History?
You.
Why do I?
history.
Why did I take 2 dice? No, 1. Oh, that is just wonderful. That would be a 5.
You have no idea. This is just a guy that likes to use cloak and looks shady. He's glimmering though, and he looks clean, but I have.
Would I say it's a mage?
You have no idea.
Okay.
But you see the guy starts approaching. He has like some sort of sphere made of like a pearl or maybe glass on his hand, and he just approaches one by one of the house and just swirls his hand on the sphere. An image appears inside of this glass, and after he does that, he just keeps going to the next person until he reaches you. At this point, I would like you to describe how you did your disguise self. What do you look like?
I look like Celia.
You look like Celia, okay. So you see, when you did your disguise self, everybody was like, huh? But everybody kept quiet except Marlish, who was like, yo dude, what? I told you you look good with your fur. And you see the mage kind of like glint at him and goes like, don't worry, the sphere will show us. As he starts touching the sphere, you see inside of the sphere an image different to Celia's outer body. You see Kauliki's figure coming into shape, and the guy in the rope just looks at you in the eye and walks away 1-2 steps, starts putting away the sphere and lifts his hand. That one, she's hiding something. As the 2 guards start going towards you, what are you doing?
Oh God.
I put a better appearance to place you. I don't know who you are. I don't feel comfortable with new people seeing me like this, and I drop it.
Why don't you make me a deception check?
How long would it have been? I don't know, because I have a particular idea, but it's...
You are not there yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Walks in behind, knocks the 2 guards' heads together, makes them fall unconscious. That sort of thing.
I mean, I'm like 1 minute 10 mark, so I could potentially be there as this is happening. But
Maybe. Depending
17?
on 17 total. You see the
Yeah.
the guards go like, that's fine and all, but we still need you to come with us. And they will try to go around you and grab you by the arms. Do you resist?
I didn't like that. Yes.
Okay. So I rolled the natural one. So
Wonderful.
you just tell me, how do you resist these guards?
I would not very fake, but I would put on more fright than I have right now. My halo would not be visible, but if my halo is not visible, is it still to grab? Is it still...
You are the only one that can touch your halo.
No, we established that my halo burns.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I would like thrush around me, like, no, I don't want to go. I'm scared. Where's my dad? I'm scared. And I would like thrush.
You
and
see.
hope
Oh,
fully using my halo. Using my
yeah.
halo to
With the
burn them.
natural one on my side, no problem. You just start moving and it burns to their face, and the guards start going, oh! And you see, everybody else would see the guy in the row going, your hands shall be tied by the glory of my mighty powers. Hold, person! I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
That would be 17. No, wait, stop. Less. 16.
You need to get over a 13.
Okay.
Apprentice, first day on the job.
And yeah, you just feel like some sort of chains start coming from the wooden floor. The chains try to surround you, but as soon as you move, they broke and it goes, my almighty power defeated.
Yes!
At this point, Eric, you arrive to this place.
Yep.
As you see,
I was like,
and-
my eyes play with it. Dad!
you see,
Eric.
Eric,
Yeah,
you arrive to a scene where you see two older dwarves, kinda look like
Yeah.
Kaine, just going like, and start drinking whiskey. You see Thuras going like, with Marlish, 5 gold that she beats their crap out of them. But I like her. I'm going to bet on her. How do we bet if we are betting for the same purse? You do what I tell you. Okay, 5 gold to the 2 guards. And you see Kaine is just like in the middle of putting something out of an oven. You see a clothed guy kind of falls to his knees and starts going, ow. And 2 guards kind of like down on the floor with burn marks on their faces.
Dad, they want to try. They try to take me. They try to take me. No, help!
Eric.
While running towards me.
Yeah. I mean, Eric will step in, assess this situation, and immediately hold Kaliki. Not unsheath, but grab his cloth glaive, sort of out in a defensive position. And I'll say, in the name of Nasanzia, what are you doing here? Why are you harassing my daughter?
You see everybody kind of like ignores you as the will of a guy has been broken, and the 2 guards are kind of like rolling in pain.
Just
I will
claim
whisper.
diplomatic immunity, come on.
I will whisper to Kaliki. Did you do this?
I
I will tap the glaze a little bit louder, like. Boom. What is going on here?
After what looks like a minute and a half of excruciating pain and whimpering and a little bit of crying and shitting themselves, you see Kaine comes with a very hot pan out of an oven and just slaps each of the guards where they had been burned, and even though they are still looking really hot and newly burned, they just calm completely, like, and stop rolling and are like, well, the fucking king died. And the other guard goes like,
I immediately start crying.
dude, no, we were not supposed to say that. And the mage at this point is completely non-verbal, broken will. If you look at his face, you will see how tears are rolling out and snort covering his mouth. He's like maybe 16 or 17.
Baby.
I look to the guards and I say, "Is that what the fuss is all about? My condolences, but what does the king's death have to do here with you entering this place? You are harassing my daughter. You are harassing the good people of this house. What are you doing here? What evidence do you have that these people are involved?"
At this point, Eric, with your passive perception, you would hear how the older dwarvish woman approaches the man and whispers to his ear, "He would make a very good rug, very comfy. I want to lay on him." And the old man goes like, "I like those claws. Really good necklace." And you see the guard. One of the guards goes like, "Mama, dude, everybody's going to know in about half an hour, or maybe they are making an announcement." "Dude, no, we cannot tell them. Whatever, I don't care. I just do this for the paycheck. You are a disgrace
Just
to the
leave
armor."
then. Just leave then. Just leave me and the family alone.
And you see that they stand up and go like, "Look, you seem like a nice fellow and all. Ooh, cookies, nice. Look, so we are supposed to just go house by house and have the kid here." He points to the teenager on his knees, kind of like make sure that nobody's using any magic or whatever to try to figure out who killed the king. There's probably going to be many more people coming and doing many magic things. "Look, dude, I'm sorry about your door. Didn't mean to kick it." And the other guy was like, "Shut up, you wanted to kick the door." "Yeah, I did."
Just leave.
Look,
I'll sort of step in front of Kaliki like a sort of fatherly figure and will ask. Then I'm going to have to opt, you gentlemen. If there is no evidence of foul play or wrongdoing, I must ask that you leave the premises. You are trespassing upon the good people's house here.
why don't you give me a
I am sure.
persuasion check with advantage because Kavlik is crying,
Oh yeah.
plus the calm emotion spells.
That is persuasion. Persuasion is a +1. However, it is an 18, so 19.
Okay. It's like, yeah, sure. I don't look. Whoever killed the big dude is probably down in the plaza. They cannot be far away. Yeah, sure. Let's just go harass the next house over.
How would any one of us just kill? And so on, let's go.
So
They
yeah,
immediately see the jig is up and go in for the kill.
so
I mean, I could kill them.
Yeah.
So
So could Eric.
yeah, you shall see the two guards get up, put back on their helmets, grab by under the arm on each side one of the guards. They lift up the kid and kind of like drag him and go like, come on, I'm sure the next house will allow you to use your magic. You're strong, you can do this. And you just hear
You can do it. Returns from the grave.
you just hear the mage crying, going like, she's too powerful. Is she a reincarnated demon? And
Like BBEG confirmed.
When are they like carrying him backwards
yeah,
towards the next house? When he says that, I am looking him in the eye, thaumaturgy or whatever, and my eyes go black.
she's a demon, I swear. I'm powerful, but not as powerful as the Demon King. And yeah, the guards just go out.
Ian.
Hi.
That was not
Thank
a smart.
you.
That was not a smart move.
You see Turas is grabbing a bunch of gold from Marlish.
Why did we have to scatter? We were not doing anything wrong. The mere fact that we are fleeing the scene means we are implying we have done something wrong.
Have you heard that the king is dead? They would assume anyone with power, whatever power, killed him. Even if we actively tried to protect him. The last person who was seen with the king is, I wanted to say David, is Quattle. They saw me counterspelling one of their spells.
Why? Wait. Why?
They wanted to counterspell Visha's ape. Apesha helps and protects.
Okay. Where are the others?
I have no idea.
At this point, you see Thuras going like, look, I love all the drama and shit, but if the king is dead... No, it's bad news. I thought it was good news, but it's bad news.
I looked at the rest.
The king was using dark magic. The king was using the same magic that made me.
What? How can you be sure?
You see...
I saw it. I felt it. I don't know. It was bad. It was broken. It was dark.
You hear the crashing of a
It
bottle,
terrified me.
and you see the older dwarven man approaches you and goes like, now listen, yeah maybe my granddaughter or whatever shit she wants, but you do not insult the king. He's a good man with holy powers that has kept this kingdom together. He will make Longstad great again.
He is also the man who has not given the Sanzia their independence.
Well, yeah, guys got lost to the kingdom. You need to wait your turn. You need to get here through the
I am
proper
turning
methods.
to him, my halo glowing, my eyes dark. Do not interrupt me again.
Make an intimidation check.
Can I assist by growling very lowly?
Sure.
The same roll. Intimidation? That would be 19.
You see, he goes like, yeah, will wait here for your turn, and will have it. Everybody will have their turn in the last empire. I'm sure you understand it. Now, if you excuse me, there's whiskey waiting for me. Wife, our granddaughter is extremely intimidating, and I love it. And you see Kaine kind of like goes like,
Again, he was using it. All around him was purple and blue, and his sword started changing colors, and it didn't feel good to my core. I cannot explain, but when I read about my origins, and I will start explaining about oh, Jesus God, what is my daddy names? God. About Ambrose, she was betrayed by one of her her angels, and what if the angel that brought her down, that it is only the one that is stayed that took up the mantle of godhood on themselves as Longos, the god that grants power to the royal family, the betrayer. And this is why I need Vishar here ASAP. I need to know which one. I need to go to the library.
It is around this moment where Quotel and Vishigel and an invisible corpse arrive on the courtyard.
They get in before me?
You got 2 hours.
Yeah, you went into 2 hours.
You went 2 hours. They went hour 45.
Dude, you got a really good survival, but you were walking.
Eagle flies.
Oh God.
I guess the moment we hit, because my passive is.
Yeah, you would hear the flapping of the vehicle.
I immediately look out.
Like behind the house, not in front of the house, behind the house.
Stuff him in the chimney.
Whichever way is more discreet, I think Vishal would have gone in. Yeah, I think at this moment Eric would still have glaive in hand, but still wrapped up, and immediately go out to see where the noise is.
Yeah. You don't see anything, but you do hear a lot.
What's wrong? Vishal?
Thump. Corpse.
Alright, I think as soon as Vishal releases the corpse,
Drops invisibility.
Eric's just like, please tell me both of you are here. Immediately grabs the corpse.
Attic or basement now.
And basically will unwrap his glaive. Immediately wrap the king's corpse.
Malish, sticker. We need a sticker right now.
No, this can happen inside. We cannot have this happen outside.
Of course.
You see Marlish goes next to Eric and goes like, hey dude, before you guys ask anything, I have a question. May I?
Not yet.
But it's
you will
important. I swear.
Go on.
One question.
Do I need to ask you for her hand in marriage since you are her father now? Or do I need to ask Kaine because she's her mother? Are you guys married?
Malish,
Later.
draw me, first of all, a sticker.
We need.
Sure.
Marlish, are you able? You remember when you made that important lady's body into a sticker?
Yeah, that was like 3 days ago, dude. I have like pretty good memory.
Great. How?
The best.
I remember. Yeah, Ephraim. Hi, hello.
Do I remember from that particular spell he did how long it took him to do it?
It took like 30 or so minutes to draw the sticker in really good detail.
30 minutes.
Basement.
Give or
Attic. Quickly.
Okay, I immediately.
Fireplace, burn it.
I pick up the body, we move inside, and I ask, Kaine, is there a basement?
I mean, yeah, sure. There's my brother's room. We called it the basement because it was always dark, but sure.
Now.
No, a proper basement.
Is it below?
Underground.
Ooh, there's a cellar for the whiskey.
Yes.
That'll do.
Wonderful.
We go down.
Sure, just don't touch anything that is older than 10 years. My father is going to kill ya.
That's fine. Immediately move to the whiskey cellar. If a grumpy middle-aged elven man comes round, who looks priest-like and goes by the name of Jorov.
Don't let him in.
As funny as that would be, no. Welcome him into your home and let us know that he's here, please.
And Ephraim as well.
And we describe Ephraim.
You see Thuras going like, is that what I think it is?
No, you do not think.
No.
Less
You saw
you know
nothing.
the better.
Less I know, the better.
Don't
But
think.
don't let the old cunt hear. He's going to cry. And the older dwarf goes like, what do you want, you fucking? I dare you to finish the phrase, you old goat. And yeah, you shut. Yeah. Kaine drops a glass and goes like, no fighting before the food. And you guys just make your way to the cellar.
It's still full. Everything is good.
We move down. Close the door.
Close, lock, bar.
I obviously bring Marlish with us. Marlish, I need you to... Wait, I look at Quarto. Are you able to revive bodies?
Possibly.
Maybe don't.
Look, either way, this is going to look bad. Why do we have the body? This is the worst part, Quarto. I don't know why we have the body of a dead royal in the basement and we're standing around it.
We have two.
The other one is not. The other one does not exist unless we acknowledge it is the Shoringa's royal.
Schrodinger's royal.
Do you have Marlish with you?
Yes.
Yeah, because we have to have him sequester the damn body away.
He was like, no, dude, she definitely exists. Look, you can start seeing how her skin is starting to rot and decay.
Oh shit.
And he pulls down the book with the stickers.
We do not. Schrodinger's. Whatever that is, royal, go away, please.
I place the body down and say, I need you to do what you did with that body 3 days ago.
Sure, mate, whatever. Everything for you, dude. You are my best friend, so. And you see
But
that
first,
he pulls out the cloth and goes like, oh. Yeah, that's going to take longer. I mean, drawing a face is nice and all, but for this guy, if you want him to I mean, he's dead, so
Are we able to heal or at least mend those wounds?
does any of you have regenerate?
Nope.
Oh,
Not yet.
okay. I will look to Marsh and say, at this point, we just need him sequestered away. He cannot be seen with his body.
Sure, of course. I don't know. Give me like 2 hours, I guess. Drawing the inside of a body is kind of hard. Also, I'm going to need to touch a lot for reference.
You have unbelievable talents. I believe in you. I will turn to the other,
nice.
to the group. Quarto,
Holy fuck.
why do we have the body? This I asked you.
Like, I would go for Maulish and hands, face in hands. I know you will do your best, and I know that you will do as fast as you can. And
You see,
do that for me, okay?
you see he blushes and he goes like, I'm a talented artist with an amazing girlfriend, and I believe in myself. And you see that he kind of like puts a glove on his hand and his hand goes into the whole of the face of the king and starts kind of like feeling all of the innards and the brain. This is deeper, and you see a splash of blood and you see his other hand kind of like without the glove and kind of like uses it as a cork and goes like, ignore that. And you see that he starts with one hand on the face,
wonderful.
One hand inside of the hole of the head, and the other hand drawing. He starts going.
Looking at my turtle friend. Same question still at you. Why do we have to?
Why?
Because I think we're the only people that can bring him back.
Wait.
No.
Wait, Kaliki says we cannot bring him back.
No. He's bad. He is a bad person. He is a sorcerer or a cleric, whatever, of the bad god.
It is around
Of
this
the
time
god.
that Shoralf arrives to Kaine's house. You see Marlish. You don't see Marlish, so we are going to go back. You see Turas going, Kaine, bring me a margarita.
Are the others here?
Oh,
Where is everyone?
this is you're not old anymore.
No time to explain. Where is everyone?
Sure, downstairs. Stop here for a moment, and you see that Turas walks next to you, and she throws a punch at your face. That's
react to
a 17 to hit. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I wanna. Shield for reaction.
Sure. Oh, come on, do not resist. I need to know it's yeah and not annihilation.
What do you mean?
My hand remembers the shape of your face, so if I slap yeah, I'm going to know that it's yeah and not annihilation. You look younger. This is
Fine.
Kaine, by the way, not Turas. And Kaine just slaps you again, but she rolls a natural one, so the slap actually goes down and kind of slaps you on the chest. Oh, wait. You're too tall, and she kind of grabs you by the collar.
We haven't got time. We need to go on.
Stop resisting them. And she just slaps you. Maybe if I go with the back of the hand, and she. Yep, no illusion here, and she slaps you again. Go downstairs. Do not touch the old whiskey. My pops love it.
Alright, as I'll run downstairs as you do. When you see me, I will look like this now.
Describe what you look like for the audience that has no access to our Discord.
So where I first described them, they were frail, old-looking wrinkles. This time that you see them, the wrinkles are gone. He's no longer frail and skinny. He has muscles to him. He's well defined. I would say something like maybe
What
like
is
a triathlete.
What's wrong with his hand?
We ignore the hands. That's AI for you. We ignore everything that goes. Let's imagine the body upwards in that photo, please. Everything else is. He also has way too many belts for my liking, but roughly that's what he's kind of looked like. So he's looking younger. His eyes, where they were kind of a dull green, are now a vibrant green. Not in this, but his stubble. Where his stubble used to have like a 5 o'clock shadow that was dead white. Now it's like a grey, black. And he's in a really panicked mood. So he's really panicked. So, everyone, what happened? Is everyone okay? And
Eric.
Except for the king.
I mean,
You see a body
got his
on the
glaive-
floor.
Yeah, I mean, Eric's got his glaive out and looking at Joroff like, puts the glaive back.
Why is this shit?
We are sequestering it away.
No! Burn the body. We need to get rid of this. There can be no evidence. That needs to go. That is not a king.
This is what I said.
Marley
This
was
is not a
like,
king.
dude, I'm
Pardon?
already all bloodied.
Wait.
What do you mean this is not a king?
This is not a king.
Hold on. We cannot. If we burn it here, it's too obvious.
Yeah, and also
Even
the
if we
whiskey's
are
going to
dispose a
explode.
body. Wait.
Who brought it here?
All right, Joroff and Kaliki, both of you, explain yourselves. Why can this king not be brought back?
I look at Kauliki with like a. What do you mean? What do you think?
He is obviously bad. He is obviously an imposter or a bad person or someone that is in. I know you follow this god. You are okay-ish, but he is obviously meddling with the dark magic.
You are somewhat, but it is not a god that he follows. He follows a demon.
Beautiful. Burn him.
That's where we are going to take our break.
Thank you. Oh my god, I'm bursting.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes for part 2 of today's episode of Fate Weavers. Keep on weaving.
I just wanted to bring my friend back.
He's my friend, guys. He's my friend.
It's probably all the dice. It's keeping everybody away.
Well, that's
Hey
a-
baby, did I come back to my house and look at all my Jesus?
those are really good phrases to start part 2 out of context.
Yay!
So, coming back, tension.
Oh yeah, let me get the music right for this. Let's get some like
Probably evil.
That's more like Mission Impossible, I would say.
So,
So-
what was the last thing I said?
Shoralf and Kauliki were going about that guy is bad, that guy uses dark magic, that guy follows Chryslus, and Shoralf was like, no, worse, that guy follows a demon.
And then Kalika ended on, well, we need to burn the body. That's why you need to burn the body.
So I'm gonna ask again. Why? I understand that none of you would probably know this. Kauliki, I could kiss you, but we need to get rid of that body.
Which demon is he supposedly following? Or is at this point?
Or
I
has,
believe-
hopefully. Been.
And why do we know this?
Yeah, Shoralf, how do you know this?
I need you to be straight with me, Joroff.
I know it's the music. It's really...
Any
Someone
any
zone of
time-
truth, please.
No,
Don't have
I-
it. He'll just lie anyway.
To be straight with me now, the group. Now is this time.
When I was trapped, or when I went here in Milan, the trade city of the old world was one of the main free cities of the old world was attacked. I was tortured by a demon. That demon corrupted my mind. Hence why I spent so long researching them to understand them. I still have links and visions of it. When that man dropped from the ship, I saw something. I saw his communications with Killian. Killian? Is it Killian or Killian?
Killian.
Killian. That man was his scion. Basically his champion.
So we are saying he is the demon Prince of Blood's champion?
Yes. He was. As I look at the dead person on the floor.
With Marley's hand inside of the face.
Would there be any marks, any evidence of this?
Marley goes like, dude, if you want to speak to the dude, I can do that.
Would that interrupt your sequester?
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, I have no idea how he's going to answer without the mouth, you know? Normally, even if they are only bones, they can speak. It's fucking amazing.
We can, more than happy to. But that man,
We need to get rid of the body.
we need to get,
first.
I agree, but that man was a king. He must, how long does he rule? I like a quaddle. How long has he been ruler for?
Ever
Since
the
the fracturing?
60 years or so.
So that man has
Quaddle,
managed
why
to
don't
lie.
you give me a history check, Quaddle? Also, Eric.
Yep.
Eric is educated.
17.
Eric, not so much. I think Quattle's got this. 15.
Yeah, with the 17. Pretty much the events were were death of Ambrose. Longus takes the command of the surviving people. They live for about 150 years, kind of escaping and surviving the pursuit of Krylus. Fracturing happens. This fortress was one of the last ones. Longus goes away, as well as all of the other gods, apparently. And this fortress gets up. There's a lot of infighting in the initial days, as most resources were lost. A massacre starts, factions divide, and this guy comes out of nowhere, a random guard, random peasant, with the powers of Longus, showing divine magic, and pretty much unifies the people. And after that, they started unifying and getting different and developing the magic to get different lands into the archipelago. At least that's the story that everybody learns in the Longstad Empire.
Does the name Killian spark anything for me?
For Kauliki. No. Yes? Make a history check, but it's going to be hard. It would be from before you were captured, if you can recall those memories, before you were turned into what you are now.
Yes, no, never mind then. 13.
Yeah, you know that it's probably, you for some reason know that it's an important name of something bad, but nothing else.
Okay.
If that man has been in charge for 60 odd years, potentially been around before the fraction as well. He's been for 6 years feeding of demon energy. The cardinal demon energy of killing. And known as known. Tells me he's too powerful. The fact that someone killed him must be insane.
Then-
Visha,
then-
can you see any bad on him?
Second.
Eyes of the seer.
You see some flies probably coming off his face by now.
Yes, Vishar will open his seer's eyes over the body immediately.
Over the body, you don't see absolutely anything. It's like the lesser spirits are purposefully avoiding the corpse. But I need Bishar to make a wisdom saving throw as he looks at Shoralf.
Should be good at these. Oh, you rolled a natural 19. Good. 28.
Bishar has to avert his eyes of the seer from Shoralf. Normally he sees with powerful people a bunch of lesser spirits together, banding, following strong magic. That is what surrounds all of you, and magic items, the stronger a person or an object is, the more spirits of the element align to the magic properties that surround that object. What Bishar sees on Shoralf is not a lesser spirit. It's something that he has never seen, and he cannot make an image or an idea of what it is. The only thing that he knows is that Shoralf is more powerful than before.
Jorf, what have you been doing? I can't.
I've been doing nothing.
You look different, and apparently your magic voodoo is different as well.
I have been locked up in a long time. My connection to this world is just growing and probably growing stronger as time goes on.
Would Fisher gain a sense of whether this is some type of celestial
No,
magic that is...
he only sees in corrupted spirit, holy spirit, earth, wind, fire, or water, and this was none of them. Something similar happened when he tried to look at Mirko.
Okay, he is going to say, Jorof, whatever is happening with your body, it's very similar to Mirko. It's discerning.
Well, I definitely do feel more powerful. I'm not going to lie. I do feel better as I kind of like frick my back a little bit now.
Oh, by the way, Shoralf,
Yeah.
you go from level 4 to level 9.
You were level 4?
And oh god, what's this deception and bloody persuasion gonna be now?
You were level 4? With
Yeah.
plus 10 persuasion?
Bloody hell, mate.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm just. What can I say?
We're never gonna know
Right.
if he's lying now. Great.
Yeah, exactly. we ain't gonna fucking know for days now. We'll just take everything face value at this point. Yeah. Well, I am. This is Bishar speaking. I am not one against for burning bodies. Usually quite effective, but I think all this whiskey is not a good idea. So maybe burn the bodies elsewhere.
Do we have an oven?
We do,
Yes.
but that's very disturbing.
I know it's disturbing, but we can
I
control the
but I-
flame in there, and we can
but-
even if we char it to the point of where it's like burnt meat, we can then put it into a bag and burn that later on after we leave. And if we have to give it to guards to eat, we give it to guards to eat. I know it's disgusting, but we have to get out of here. We're not safe.
That is cannibalism. I'm not okay with that.
Is it though?
Wait, dude, you've never
Wait.
eaten a body? You were on an island.
I had vegetables. Eric was saying we hunted. Fuck, I don't actually know if that's considered cannibalism for me.
Listen,
Uh,
the worst thing.
Different
I
subtypes
mean-
of beast walkers is fine. Like the elk beast walker is like it's not cannibalism,
But-
you know.
Also,
but I mean,
sure, by the way.
looking at
Human cannibalism?
I
The
mean,
worst thing comes to worst, we
and-
give it
and
to
this-
Thuraz to eat.
No,
Thuraz,
hold on.
eat anything.
Wait, dude,
Hold-
there's something more important than if Eric ate some family member of him or not. Did you know that he's fucking Kauliki's father?
Oh, come on, you are not that stupid. That was a ruse.
Wait, so you lied to me?
yes,
Yes.
I'm her
But
father.
but
You would believe it as well.
you would believe it as well.
So you are not
Um,
married to Kane?
No,
Have you guys been lying to me all the time? Are you the
No.
bad guys?
no. This is what we call a white lie. To
I mean, I can be your bad guy if you like.
I don't know why that I'm
Why
slightly.
is that sexy?
I don't know why I'm slightly intimidated and also aroused.
Keep it that
also
way.
not also not the point. Look, wait. J- 2 points here, Jorov.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we were to burn the body or feed it to guards, if his body had hosted or is a champion of Killian, what would that do for those who ate his body? Would they not have then absorbed any of that power?
Can I do
Just
an-
burn it,
I-
keep it in a bag, and yeet it off the island when we
Can I do an Arcana check just to answer that question?
Sure.
16?
Can I was gonna
We
say,
did
can I
six.
assist because I am proficient in it?
And
Sure.
where the fluff is Ephraim?
Oh, we cut to Ephraim being interrogated by 10 different guards, with water being thrown on his face, half of his potions being confiscated that he was carrying, and yeah,
I was just trying to eat some turkey legs.
Ephraim is not having a good time.
I got a
He really
9
isn't.
19 plus 5 for 24.
Oh, what a boss!
24. So there have been cases in the past, especially Shoralf would know, where there was a cult of demon followers. Probably you don't really know who they were following, but they had
In the
this idea.
Timson Church?
No. It was like spread throughout all of the central continent where Crintia was located. There was this cult that would hunt arcanists and high mages during their patrols, and they would eat their bodies with the hope that they would gain the arcane knowledge. There have not been cases of that happening, though there was a rumor once about a guy that ate a sword and became a sword himself.
I'm not. I'm gonna ignore the sword bit and probably explain the other bit.
Okay.
Or we just.
And so basically,
can't-
sleeping on a book
my
before the next
my second question is, if this, we know that the king has sired heirs, right? He has kids.
The king the son of the king disappeared. That's why he was the one doing the parade this year. As this was the son's 24th birthday, which was supposed to be the day that he would inherit the powers for this procession, but he disappeared before that. That's the rumor.
Convenient.
But all of the other, that was the only heir. There were like cousins and other secondary family members, but no direct bloodline.
Right. My second question might be slightly irrelevant. Blood relations, are they likely to inherit?
No. They would normally. So with demons, they choose a scion through various means: power, joy. Maybe they take a fancy into him. By the seams of it, our friend Gabba may be one of them for AzerrA. Looking at her, and from what you've described before, she doesn't not fit the bill, if that makes sense.
But this all doesn't make sense then. If Gabba, if Gabba is now supposedly a champion of Ashura, or Ashura, why go after Killian's champion?
Cardinal Demons champions do not like each other. It's like saying you have the Cardinal Demons aren't friends. The Cardinal Demons hate all. They only love what is their purpose. So for AzerrA, it's friendship. They feed off friendship. Everything of power comes from friendship. Other demons do not fit with that. So they will go after each other. Demons do not partner. They do not like each other. Same as gods do not have friends. That's why we don't have people who worship Krylus and Ambrose, or Krylus and insert the other name god here that I've forgotten off the top of my head. They do not bend. You are one or the other. So it makes sense why AzerrA would want, why AzerrA would have asked Gabba to attack the king. But it does not answer everything. She may not be. I do not know. I am merely going off potential anthems. She may be. She did not attack us, which tells us that that AzerrA is not interested in us. But it is very interesting for him to go after. Yes. Yes.
You said Krylus twice. I rolled twice for the thing. One was a 16, the other one was a 7.
Oh boy. Which is bad.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Quattle's cast Speak with Dead.
Oh. So
You actually.
Yep.
Was there a subtle spell?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, did not trust me at all.
I do.
I would say for the first time in forever, I'm giving out valuable information.
I mean, Eric is now vastly trusting Joroff because he is now seen in Eric's side. Joroff is the expert here.
okay, so Kauliki, your wings start battering against your will. Everybody feels wind coming from her. Kauliki, you're going to take 1 point of exhaustion.
Welcome to Exhaustionville, baby!
Marley
Where's my...
is still drawing because nobody told him to stop drawing. Hand still
Oh, no.
inside of the hole on the face, and the body starts lifting up.
I'm instantly. Do we see this?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if the body is like
sword.
immediately glaive up at the body.
You probably see a little bit of fire in my hand as well. A little fire and an axe. What's going on?
Alice, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. I raised bodies. This is not mine.
I look at Quattle like daggers in my eyes.
Now,
I'm going to get some answers.
Is this the first time you're casting Speak with Dead?
Yep.
Oh boy.
So, my rolls were... the spell appears to fail, but occurs 1 round later. That would be funny either way. And... 12. Next turn, the caster takes no action and instead vomits up 1d100 silver pieces. So,
Yes.
I'm gonna take the it happens 1 round later, because I don't want to throw up again.
But money's
Oh, come on, it's free money.
No! I'm not having that happen again.
So as I see the
You're our
body,
bank.
yeah, you are our bank. As I see the body rise, I'm just gonna like sheath my axe and then just go.
Play your games. Tell me when you want to burn the body. I'll be upstairs ready to help.
And I just kind of trudge upstairs.
Eric, as Shoralf is walking away, you took a glance
Mm-hmm.
at his axe. It looks sharper, and the wood that holds it seems to be thicker and covered in claw marks. But it looks way sharper. It was almost as if it could glow, but nothing particularly visual.
I will grab Visha and. Did we use the library today?
Yes, I think you did before going to the Druid Guild.
You use it before
Yeah.
the farm. Is the
Yeah.
farm still the same day?
No, no,
Fucking hell, mate.
no.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, it is. It was
Jesus!
the meal in the morning, the
Right.
guild, guild of the
Guild
Keepers of
meeting.
Life in the midday. The afternoon was the
The
parade,
parade.
and now you are in Kaina's house.
Best
Yeah,
day ever.
Vishal will look at Kaliki like, been a very long day, Kaliki. Fortunately, we have used the key today. We'll have to wait
Tomorrow,
until
then.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I don't want
I-
to hear him explain himself. I am going up with.
We probably, if we want to use it, maybe have what we want to ask written down.
I have a list.
You see, as the body rises up, it kind of tries to slap Marlish's hands outside of its brain. And he goes, "No, dude, stop. If I pull my finger out of here, you are going to bleed. Well, you are already dead, so I think it doesn't matter." He pulls out his finger and blood starts spurring into the floor, coming from the middle of the brain.
Wouldn't the blood flow coagulate at this point?
It's been only an
No,
hour.
gentle repose. Gentle
Okay.
repose. No, the blood will not coagulate.
Oh well.
So, Kotel. Oh, also, when Eric says, "Wouldn't the blood have coagulated by this point?" the corpse lifts up a thumbs up. That's one.
Where do you think you get your powers from?
The corpse lifts up its hands and starts panting on the middle of its chest.
Yourself, okay.
I sort of whisper to Quarto, do you think we gave him pen and paper he could write.
Pulls in shell, grabs pen and paper, gifts to corpse.
Questions you get, sorry.
3 more now.
What are you asking, David?
I'm thinking. I kind of did this as a spur of the moment thing, so I haven't thought through everything yet. Can you write for me on this piece of paper how long you've had your powers for?
He just lifts up his finger and goes like, and he grabs the pen, and you see he starts doing like a semicircle and kind of goes up and goes out, and his hand continues outside of the paper. If you follow the motions of the hand, you could make up that it's either an 80 or a 666.
666 is very interesting.
Also, after he finishes, he starts tapping and goes like, and grabs the paper again and adjusts it a little bit to the right.
You do know this is like an A1 like sheet of paper for like architectural drafts.
No, I did not know that.
Okay, from now on, it's going to be an A1 sheet of paper for architectural drafts. He's learned his lesson. Okay.
2 more questions.
Yeah. 2 more questions.
Were you a cardinal demon scion?
You see that he lifts up his finger, thumbs up.
I was fucking lying.
One more question.
You're not there!
I know. But I can metagame say this, that you all don't trust me.
You don't trust me!
Why are you always lying?
Were you willingly a cardinal demon scion?
Oh. You see he lifts up his finger in a thumbs up, and after that his body just falls to the ground, unresponsive to magic.
Burn him!
We can't burn him here now. The moment we burn him, it looks suspicious. We have to do it somewhere discreet.
Burn him in the library.
Can I go outside and do a little bit of a scope to see if anyone's near us?
Yeah, you see the veil that had formed this dome barrier. It's looking thicker by the hour. It's starting to turn into more of a teal greenish rather than a translucent color, almost as if a bubble was encasing you. You see guards and mages roaming the streets, a big commotion going street by street, house by house. The house of Kindness parents has been marked with an X made out of some sort of illusion that is floating in front of the door. And you shall see how a lot of people are being dragged out of their homes into the streets. There's a lot of people that are being tied by ropes or manacles. It's chaos and a commotion, and a lot of children crying, people trying to argue with guards. It's mayhem.
So I'll bang on the door down to the cell and be like, open it. We've been marked. I don't know if that means that they're coming for us or they're not. Decide quickly. I'll slam the door again.
I am sorry that your friend turned out to be a bit of an douche.
What does douche mean? Is that old speak?
I think so. I don't know why it came to me, but I think it is. Let us chop him up and put him in Kaine's oven and burn him.
Would Kaine even agree to such a desecration of her oven?
Yes. If I ask, yes.
Interesting. Would even an hour be enough to burn the body?
Oh no, dude, if you want to burn the body with the traditional oven, you're going to need like a lot of hours, and it's actually not going to burn, it's going to more like char and recognizable. Do you want to turn it into ashes? You're going to need a lot more of heat. I would recommend using pigs, actually.
Acid.
Acid is a good idea. These guys are working with whiskey. Maybe throw him in a barrel. Also, we could just, I don't know, fireball?
Definitely,
I wonder who has fireball.
definitely
I
nothing
can
here.
light him. Takes out all the moisture out of him.
I've
Take
never
your
done that.
prune.
That looks actually even cruel for my standards. I approve.
Fuck it. I'm going to snag this dead body with a blight.
Body starts being consumed. It's turned into a dry grape of its former self, as
Wonderful.
it becomes unrecognizable, first torn by even thicker brows, then starts becoming dry as if all of the moisture is being sucked by a lot of salt, until it's just the skin shrinks all the way to against the bones, being unrecognizable, just a husk of its former self.
What's the basement made out of, and what's the floor like?
Oh, wood.
Wood.
Shit.
How easy is it going to be to pry up some floorboards?
I mean, if everyone was here, really easy. Without Ephraim's tools, it's going to take
I've
a
got
while.
carpenter's tools on me.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, but
We're gonna
You've got a big boy here, so big
Mm.
boy's got big strength.
gonna open the door and just open and go. Have you decided?
Yes, we have.
What have you done?
We
Just
look.
draw him. Drive him out would be easier to burn.
I have acid I could use. We can melt this
You
man.
can melt him. Be my guest.
Jarov, get in here and help. I am no use here. I will be outside.
I kind of like shuffle past you on the stairs.
Oh wait, I think I have acid as well.
so
I'm gonna.
the door to
look
the
at
cellar
the
opens
shop.
again, and you see Thuras going, "Hey, when you guys come up, don't be idiots and bring me another whiskey."
I'll
oh,
bring
wow.
you two.
And
I'll
she
bring-
looks at
I'll
the
bring.
at the sucked dry body and goes like, "Less I know, the
Don't look
better."
at it. I'm going to look at Vishar. It might be better if you can communicate with me telepathically while I stand guard. Vishar will create a mind link with Eric, so that anything happens, Eric immediately tells him for the next 1 hour.
I'm gonna say that Bishar also starts touching the body and turning it into a decay filled with spores and mushrooms, and kind of
Does
like
he have that ability?
Yeah, I think isn't it Druidcraft can do that? I think.
Hang on. Druidcraft.
I think it only makes.
Yeah, it doesn't quite wilt.
Oh, I think I'm thinking of the level 3 spell Decompose.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Ah, okay.
He does not have that on hand.
Okay. Ignore what I just said.
He does have Blight, if we want to waste another one, but...
Yeah, we
What? We are going to sleep in a second. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's high hours of the night.
Could... Just checking it out though. Acid on the ground doesn't really matter because it seeps into the ground. So if we just took this bag of bones, put it outside where it's pitch black, cast acid splash on it, the acid would rip through the bones within like an hour. And no one's going to see it unless they've got searchlights. But even then, it's just a bunch of bones outside. It could be anything. It could just be like a cow carcass.
I want to try something. I want to see if this will work. Right, I need to do a little spell slot manipulation.
I know I never told you guys to put alignment in your character sheets, but I'm pretty sure most of you are not lawful good, right?
Eric is lawful neutral, I think.
I'm technically chaotic good.
I'm a neutral. I know that much.
I think Bishar is neutral. True neutral.
I think Ephraim is actually
the only one who's
the only one
actually
that's
lawful
good. Yeah, I think so.
And he's
I'm
currently getting
sorry, I am
waterboarded.
chaotic very good.
So, what are you guys doing?
Can I try and banish the body?
I'm going to say, you guys, between your spells and everything. Wait. If a creature is from its own plane, it goes to another plane for a minute and then comes back. But
Yep. If it's not from the plane, it goes
what
away.
happens if the whole archipelago is moving and all of the gravity of the world is fucked up and north and south doesn't matter at all? So
It will appear somewhere random. Wonderful!
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's not good. That's
So-
definitely not good.
It randomly appears next to Ephraim as he's like getting interrogated.
So after a minute, the body doesn't come back. So David, I would like you to roll me a D100.
Oh no.
If you roll 100, can we please make that happen? Just by law. Can you just
No! Shut up!
It's going to be terrible.
It's a 1 in 100 chance.
I
and
don't
just-
want
Okay.
to
So
explain to Bryn why the fuck his character is dead.
based on what Kalmusha said, you want to roll low.
Oh, it's a 17.
Okay.
You have no idea what happened to the body. It's just no longer here. Not your problem.
It plunks into the miasma and will be forgotten forever and
You got
ever.
that poor teenage maid just going, oh, I'm so scared, and it just pops in his lap. Oh, the demon! The demon! Ah.
Okay. I mean, Vishal will say, "Oh, that was quite good thinking." Portal, do we know if that's now no longer our problem?
Would I
We go
know?
upstairs, the body is there.
Would I know if it's gone to another plane of existence or if it's just popped back? Because I will know from the spell. I reckon.
You don't know where the body goes. The spell just says if the creature is a body a creature or an object. Arguably, it just says that if the creature is not from this plane, it goes to another plane that is friendly to them, and then they come back here. You don't know where they ended up.
And that was the first time I've used banishment, so I roll again on the table.
Oh,
And
God,
that
can you imagine
is...
if it happens to the caster as well?
Please be fireball.
So, either the caster suffers an awful nosebleed till the start of their turn, 61, or I rolled a 1. So, and that is roll 2 more times on this table. All effects happen simultaneously.
Do it. Come on, risk it.
Take the nosebleed.
I'm gonna do the 2 effects because I want to play dangerously.
Yes! That's the kind of chaos we love.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if you roll the vomit coins out twice.
Yes, please. I want some money. I don't have no money. Our money is with Ephraim right now.
Gabba's got so much money on her body, it's ridiculous. Basically,
Okay, so
Oh.
my ears smoke fumes for the next minute, and the caster's tongue triples in length for the next 24 hours.
The what?
That's what she said.
The caster's what?
Tongue.
Okay.
becomes like, what's his name from Kiss?
Yes.
What's it? Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I mean, there is a turtle lady very happy right now.
So you see a turtle that starts elongating its neck with a very long tongue and smoke coming out of its ear holes because you don't have ears.
Sexy.
Whilst that's been happening, what does Eric see or can correlate to the X marks the spot on the house currently?
Oh, you say it was made by the guards as they were leaving.
Can I ask one of the guards?
Don't interact with the guards right now. Don't remind them of us.
Sure, the guards just give you the information that any house with an X has already been visited.
Thank you very much for your service and your hard work.
Yeah, we'll catch the killers of the king.
I'm sure you will.
For Longus.
For Longus.
For the feast in the kingdom.
For the peace in the kingdom. After
Fingers behind his back.
After he walked away about a mile away from me, I spit.
He lied as easily as he breathed.
Eric is very much anti. No, he's not anti. He's pro Nasanzia independence. So, you know. Yeah. Eric will relay information to Vishal. Nothing noteworthy. It looks like we might be in the clear. The X they put on the house means we've been visited already, which might mean we will not get further visits from the guards. Which then Vishal will relay to the rest.
Yep. So, what happens? What's the plan?
I'm going to grab 3 bottles of whiskey. One that is the oldest whiskey in this place, and 2 more for what's the name again? Thuras, thank you. And I'll just say, right, let's just sleep the night off, have some rest, and then we'll get out of this shithole in the morning. Anyone else disagree with the plan?
Sounds good.
I think we celebrate.
I'm truly sorry for your friend.
It's fine, I give him a little nudge. He was a demon anyway. I kind of pass him one of the bottles meant for Thuras. I go, there you go. You could share that with her. Come on, let's go enjoy ourselves. It's not like the entire, royalty was a sham or anything. Let's just walk off.
Yeah.
Is there an attic in this house?
There,
Probably not.
no attic.
Okay, Cole will stay in the basement.
Sure.
Do you need do you need some company or do you want to be alone?
Alone.
So, what is everybody
Awesome.
I'll
doing?
just like tap and go after.
Um,
I am finding the most warm, the most soft place in the place and lying down and regaining my spell slots.
Yeah, you sleep
Um,
near one of the two ovens, probably. You see Kindness parents start like putting out blankets and stuff on the floor for people to just rest in the living room. After they have drank about 4 bottles of whiskey each, they go to their main room. And yeah, you guys are going to be getting a long rest in the middle of this place. Is there anything anybody would like to do? Would you like to mount watches throughout the night? The
yes.
mayhem of the guards marching is constantly, from time to time, you hear the flying vessel making noises and announcements. You see lights from time to time illuminating the house. So
As
Martin, would that be an anxiety roll?
yes.
I don't
Why am I
sleep,
asking? 30.
okay.
You're
I don't
you're-
sleep,
Yes.
so I'm more than happy to do my trance like in the morning while we have supper and stuff. So I'll stay up all night just abusing Marlish about his mother.
That sounds so fucking wrong.
Yeah. Also, is this full rest or just long rest?
It would be
I know you.
depends. If you are going to be mounting watches, long. If you are going to just rest, it would be a full rest.
I can do it on my own. It's fine.
Eric would like the long rest.
Me too.
Go on, have your full rest, everyone. I will keep watch overnight, and then I'll do my trance in the morning when you all wake up.
Alright, we'll do full rest.
So what does full rest do?
You don't roll hit dice. You gain the effects of if you had a traditional long rest. It can only be had when you are in a safe haven, such as a house where you don't have to mount watches.
Yeah, Eric will take that sweet full rest because
Goodbye exhaustion.
he took a hard hit today. Vishal, will Vishal take this? Does he need 8 hours as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone but
Yeah, full rest. I think Vishal will take full rest.
Oldie Mac old face.
Yeah.
Mm.
'Cause, I mean, this would be seen as, especially for Eric, fully trusting Jorov at this point. Like, if Jorov says he can do it, then Eric will fully trust him with it.
I have a friend.
I mean, the fact that today you also showed that you were forthcoming with information that correlated with what came out, then yeah, I think Eric is now fully behind Jorov.
So everybody gets a full or long rest, depending on what you choose to do.
Does
During the
Bryn
night,
come back to us?
no,
Oh shit.
no. Ephraim morning come. It was a very hectic night, very difficult to sleep, but you do manage to reconcile, maybe because of the fatigue of so many weeks of adventuring with non-stop chaos after chaos. You do manage to fall asleep in the middle of this hectic night. Give me a second. Right. Okay. But during the night, you hear cries for help. You, in the middle of the night, all of you wake up. As from far away, you hear an explosion, and clamoring and cheers of some people, while others are crying for help. But it's far away, and throughout the night that repeats itself a couple of times as you hear a couple of explosions.
Do I see anything, or can I guess, see what it is from this far, or is it too far away?
Are they just assassinating randos?
Oh god.
Shoralf, if you are mounting watch, you could just walk away from the home, leave everybody here, and go to one of the inner districts. Do you want to do that to see what's going on?
How far away is it roughly? If I were to go that far, would I be back within like 20 minutes? Or?
It would be maybe like 15 minutes one way.
Okay, that's fine. Half hour's not that far.
Yeah, since the streets are not full of people, it's easier to move around. You do see that there's a curfew in place, but due to these explosions, there are some people running. You kind of go against the wave. Everybody seems to be running away from the center and towards the gates that lead outside the place. By the moment you arrive to the Luminous Plaza, you do see some of the buildings, the governmental buildings, are set ablaze, and you see people wearing masks of an X crossing over a firefly, and they seem to be chanting as they throw some sort of things into buildings and set them ablaze. Guards are trying to fight against them, but there are too many and they scatter quickly. Do you do anything?
I would kind of have a half smile on my face and say, revolution is also sometimes messy, but this is not my place. May the victors win. And I just like turn around and just start walking back, like full on, just like turn my back to it. Like I'm not even scared about them. I just like kind of like have my axe on my back, and rather than just walk straight back to the house, just ready to tell them in the morning about what's happening.
Yeah, you just make your way back to Kaine's house, and everybody finishes their long rest. As morning comes, the curfew is still in place. You hear repeated messages coming from the flying vessel, guiding citizens to do not leave their homes, collaborate with the authorities, follow the protocols, and just follow the orders. And that message repeats itself every 30 or so minutes as the sun rises. And
Where is that from?
Not sure.
No. He was back.
Oh.
He was back there with the crowds.
My
He would not.
brain clicks as soon as you say that. Would he have been apprehended?
At the very least, he would have been. Would Eric
Questioned.
know what the usual procedure is if one is caught in a sort of mass crime scene where everyone's being questioned and such? Like what the usual procedure is.
Eric,
Yes.
it is at this time that a voice sounds in your head. It goes, "This is a message from your mother. You need to come home quickly. Situations have changed. Revolutions are happening. No more belief in gods and no more system." And the message cuts. It wasn't your mother's voice. It did sound like a peace walker though.
Am I able to respond?
Yeah, sure. Don't worry about the 25 words, just make it less than
Okay.
15 seconds.
Okay. Eric will immediately say, what's that center of change? I know what I have seen what has happened. We'll try and
Kind of leash.
rally my group back to Nazanzia as soon as possible. We will stay safe. I will be with you soon. I will look. I
Eric,
will look to the rest.
I want you to make me a raw intelligence check.
Raw intelligence. He is smart, but he ain't the smartest cookie in the jar.
You need to roll over
Fairly
10.
well. Okay, fair. 18.
18.
Chill! 18 is good!
Yeah, I know. I didn't know before the DC. That's why.
It comes to mind that this message was some sort of messenger guild that has location in Nersandia. You've seen them. They are fairly common mages serving a guild. What comes to mind is how news got there so quickly. Was there somebody feeding information to other places? No. The royals themselves were giving the information. You remember crystals with illusions. You've lived in this empire for many years. It's not uncommon whenever one of the events of display of power is big to get crystals to show all of the empire at the same time. So if the transmission of that illusion was not cut on time, everybody in the empire would have seen how somebody attacked the king.
Oh shit.
Oh god, am I gonna be the figurehead of a revolution? Fuck.
Eric looks to everyone. We have a problem.
And that's where we are going to finish tonight's episode.
No, what a descending Ephraim!
It's exactly midnight here.
It's. Do you know what? That was the perfect cliffhanger line as well.
Keep on weaving, I guess.
Shit has definitely hit the fan.
I
really?
want to see where Ephraim is.
It didn't hit the fan when the king died?
Oh, well, I could have raised him. Eventually.
You could have raised a demon, Zion.
I just say this little, the domino effect, little domino. Gabba saying, bunny or rabbit, king of an entire empire dying. That's literally.
Hey guys, welcome to Act 2 of the campaign.
Viva la revolution!
Let's fucking go.
See everyone in 2 weeks then.
We'll be back in 2 weeks.